What's up, you guys? Oh, shit. Hold on. Every once in a while, I'll get class started without my headpiece on. Not good. Okay. What's up, you guys? This is Jenny, and this is our Hellbent yoga class. You guys are having or have had an awesome July 4th, and we're going to be moving into the summer, the thick of the summer here in Texas. And today we're going to be actually working on our wrist and thumb area as well as our hamstrings. So, it's really interesting to me because I don't think a lot of people, especially look at riding motorcycles as a sport, but it actually is a sport. And because of that, it's really important for us to ensure the condition of our body, that we're able to, like we talked about before, hold our bikes up, to be able to have balance that we need to have while we're on our bikes. All of these kinds of things are super, super important to be able to have that mobility and flexibility. Specifically, like that head's got to be on a freaking swivel, man. I need to be able to whip and snap my neck, looking at different areas, ensuring that I'm watching where I want to be instead of watching where I'm going. I've got to be able to like whip my neck and turn and stare into these corners and stuff. There's so much that goes into it, and if we're not conditioning our bodies, we could really suffer some injury. It could cause us to not be safe on our bikes. There's all kinds of things that can occur within that space. One of the things that I noticed after I've been riding for a long time that tends to kind of hurt me is this thumb and like pad of that thumb area where it connects to the palm of my hand, and it can even go down into the wrist, right? And that can actually turn into a condition if we're not careful and we're not taking care of ourselves, called de Quervain's tenosynovitis. And we don't want that to happen, so we really want to take care of those wrists. Something we can do in between our rides, before our rides, after our rides, when you're feeling that tension in that area, then we can work on that space. So we're going to start in our easy seated posture. Drop our shoulders back and down, come long into our bodies. The tailbone's rooted into the earth beneath us. And we're lifting through the crown of the head. So we're getting that nice long channel of the body, of the spine. And just take a moment to come into your breath. Just come back inside before we get started. Draw our attention back to the self, away from all of the grocery lists, all of the things we gotta do later, the ride we want to take this week or tomorrow or next month or whatever it is that's going on. And super gentle and slow. Whenever you're ready, open those eyes up. So I'm going to show you a few techniques that we can do for that thumb pad, that thumb area down into the wrist to kind of reduce inflammation and swelling and irritation in that area. So when this area tends to get really inflamed and swollen, that's when we're going to trip up that de Quervain's tenosynovitis, and we don't want to go into that space. That's where it's like consistently inflamed. So what we're going to do, this first exercise is really, really easy. You're just going to take your thumb and you're going to wrap your fingers around your thumb. And you can actually do this on both sides. So just relax your elbows at your rib cage. And you're going to take those thumbs inside of those hands, wrap your fingers around those thumbs. And those wrists are going to be pretty straight to get started, right? So just straight off of your arm. And then you're going to inhale deeply. And on the exhalation, you're just going to tilt that wrist down. And you're going to feel a stretch through that wrist, through that part of your hand that connects to the wrist, and even maybe a little bit up the wrist, right? And you're going to hold that for 10 seconds, just thereabout, right? You can even close your eyes and breathe while you're gently stretching through that space. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to do this one more time, but if you're doing this on your own, you can do this like up to 3 times, 10 seconds each. This is really going to help stretch that area out. Inhale deeply. Tilt those hands forward so that you can feel that gentle stretch. This is not like a really harsh movement. It's a really gentle, very small movement of dropping those hands down in that fist. Just breathe into the body, relax, ensure their shoulders are down in their sockets, not up towards the ears. Inhale, take it back to center. So next what we're gonna do, this is just like a transverse gentle massage over those tendons. So the transverse is just a crossover, right? We're gonna reach over towards this front part of the wrist. I'm holding it flat, it's gonna be just in this area. So you're gonna work from like where the pad of the thumb is, just up towards that bottom part of your, or top part of your wrist here, great. So you can take that hand, it's easier for me to do my thumb, and then you're just gonna rub that thumb across those tendons, work it up, work it down. Relax your shoulders down. My shoulders are way up here, we don't want that. I'm gonna relax those shoulders down as you gently massage those wrists. Super gentle, none of this is like harsh, hard. You don't want to do that because you don't want to make something worse or irritate something that wasn't super irritated before. Now we're going to take that massage up into the meat of that thumb, that pad on the thumb. So you're going to take your opposite thumb, your right thumb for me in this case, might be your left. You're just going to take your fingers and wrap them around the crook of the hand. And then you're going to take that thumb and just gently, in a circular motion, massage the meat of that palm. There's this angry freaking wasp like hanging out over here, so just keeping my eye on it. Gentle massage anywhere where it feels tender. Just go ahead and gently massage that area. All of this stuff is actually really important. This is the stuff you want to do before you end up with a major problem. Once you get to the point where you actually have some kind of condition going on, it's way harder to treat it at that point. It's going to take longer to get rid of it. So if you're doing this stuff consistently, as you're feeling discomfort, as you're feeling any kind of pain or anything like that, and you want to go ahead and do it. Of course, we're never pushing into pain or tingling or numbness. We're never doing anything that's going to hurt us, you know. So be really gentle. And there's one last thing that we can do here, and this is also kind of a gentle massage. So if you're going to take your hand straight out, the thumb's going to be extended upwards. I'm trying to put it against my clothes so you can see like the position of the thumb. And you're going to take your opposite fingers and you're just, again, going to rest them in the crook of that hand. And you're going to take your thumb, not on the joint where the thumb meets that meat of the hand, just underneath it. And you can gently run the thumb down the wrist, just like that. And this is going to break up any of that like scar tissue, any of those knots or things that may have been generated from like consistently utilizing that hand that way and having those hands up on those bars and grabbing that clutch constantly, you know. So you're just gently rubbing that thumb down. You can feel it, it's kind of like a little grooved area and the thumb just slides right in there. And you're just gently pressing up towards the body, okay? Break up any of those adhesions, break up any of that tension. You can even just gently work on the pad of the hand too, like, because that's where mine really hurts sometimes. And the other super important thing to do, like if this is really hurting, it's really bothering you, you feel like you push yourself a little bit further than what just like some gentle massage or some stretching can do, you need to be icing it. Make sure you're icing it for a few minutes at a time here and there. You know, if you stop and you get a drink, or you stop at the gas station or something, put a patch of ice on there and just give it that ability to kind of like reduce the inflammation and relax it a little bit. So those are some of your awesome stretches for that area to really take care of those pads of the hands and that thumb area all the way down into the wrist. Make sure that you're taking care of that area. Once you've compromised that area to a great degree, it's going to be really hard to ride. So I just really want you guys to take care of that part of your body. So let's go ahead and move into some more stretches. And then we're going to actually start to work on our hamstrings quite a bit today. That's another one of those areas that can get really, really tight, especially for dudes. You guys don't always like to stretch, and it's actually really important. So we definitely want to take care of those hamstrings so that you don't get that sciatic nerve stuff going on, which God, that talk about painful. We don't ever want to push into those places where we have a hard time coming back from, right? So let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start with some gentle neck rotations first. So just in that comfortable, easy seated posture, the gaze is forward. Nice long straight spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale, releasing the chin to the chest. And you're going to begin to take those gentle neck circles in whatever direction feels best to you. So if you want to take your left ear to your left shoulder, dropping the crown of the head to the back wall, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, just continuing on in that circular motion. Really be gentle with the neck though, because this is one of those areas that's got a lot of responsibility, holding up the weight of the head constantly. It can really be compromised. You never want to press into pain or tingling or numbness here. So if you're feeling any tension, any discomfort, just pause and breathe into that space. And I know that sounds weird when I say breathe into your neck, but essentially what that means is with those eyes closed and your consciousness back inside of yourself, as you breathe in, just visualize that breath moving into those areas that are feeling tender or challenged. Whenever you feel that area relax, you can continue on with those circular motions through the neck. Let's take that in the opposite direction. So the next time you find your chin towards your chest, take that movement in the opposite direction. Super gentle, move as slow as you need to. This isn't a race. We're not in any hurry. In fact, the slower you do this kind of stuff, the better it is. The more the body opens up, the more you respond. Whenever you force and press, things tend to lock up to resist. Whenever you just move slow at your body's own pace, things tend to open up and shift and move way faster than you think they're gonna. Inhale, we're gonna come back to center. We're gonna come into what's called our Sufi grind now. So for that Sufi grind, we're gonna inhale, come long through the spine, and we're gonna exhale, hinge forward from those hips. Now when I'm hinging forward from those hips, so say this is my spine, this is my back, this is my front, I'm going to hinge forward just like so. The spine is completely straight. I'm not going to be rounded through the spine. I'm not going to be hunching my shoulders over. That spine is going to be nice and straight and long. Shoulders are relaxed back and down. Those collarbones are spread nice and wide and open. Hands are gently relaxed on the knees. So I'm hinged forward just like so. And you're going to take that rotation in a circular motion around the base of the spine, which is the sits bones, right? So it's going to look just like that. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips. And begin to take that circular motion. It may feel weird at first, but eventually the more you do it, the more you sink into this kind of a posture, okay? And the thing that you want to do is ensure that both of those sits bones are grounded into the earth. So you don't want to be lifting up one cheek away from the mat and then the other. You want to keep both of those sits bones grounded into the earth beneath you. And then we're going to match our breath to our movement. So we're going to add the inhalation from the front to the back and the exhalation from the back to the front. The more we sync our breath to our movement, the more these postures hold for us, the more they're going to open our body up, the more we're going to respond to them. So it's really important that we do the whole practice, right? And the breath is a powerful part of it. One more time, and then the next time you find yourself towards the front, take that rotation in the opposite direction. This posture is actually energetically supposed to help unwind all of life's problems, remove all of the negativity and the challenging stuff from our life situations. So it's a pretty cool posture. Whether you believe in the woo-woo stuff or any of the spiritual stuff or not, it's still a really powerful posture. It's still really good for your body. Inhale, come back up to center. Take those hands outside of those hips, just gently framing the body with those hands. Fingertips are the ones that are resting into the mat. Inhale deeply through the nose. And then exhale completely through the mouth. If this easy seated posture isn't comfortable for you, you can totally lengthen through the legs and stick them straight out in front of you. That's totally fine too. Then we're going to inhale, arms are going to come up, reach those fingertips into the sky. Keep those shoulders drop down into their sockets, but feeling those fingertips drawing themselves upwards towards the sun. And then on our exhalation, we're going to drop those elbows down for our cactus posture. So on this cactus posture, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're going to press the heart space forward on the exhalation. And then we're going to inhale, reach those fingertips back into the sky, allowing those biceps to frame the ears. Exhale down, inhale up, and then just continuing on at your own pace, matching your breath with your movement. You can keep the eyes open or closed, whatever feels good. Inhale, arms come up, reaching those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, drop those hands down in front of you so that those hands are coming directly out from those shoulders. And then exhale, we're going to draw those elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, take it back. Keep the spine still super straight and long as you're engaging in this posture. Inhale, arms come out, palms of the hands are parallel to the earth. Exhale, super slow and gentle, releasing those hands down to the center of the shin bones. We're going to come into some spinal flexations. We're going to inhale, press the heart space past the biceps. Exhale, round through the spine and draw that heart space back. But you're going to keep the crown of the head parallel to the sky. Chin is parallel to the earth. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. So something that I've noticed as I've gotten older, my joints are a lot more freaking creaky and poppy. And one of the things that I started doing recently that helped me tremendously was to start taking a freaking omega-3 supplement, and oh my God, has it made a huge difference. So if you notice like you're super poppy and creaky and you want to eliminate that and you want to create more lubrication in those joints, get yourself a really decent omega-3 supplement and it will be tremendous in the way that it helps you. Inhale, come back to center. So this next posture is kind of a play on a Kundalini posture that we do. And we're going to edit it so that it's more efficient for like our motorcycle lifestyle. So we're going to take our arms up, Hands are going to be on the handlebars in front of us. So those wrists are straight, knuckles forward. We're going to inhale, twist our spine to the left side and take our gaze comfortably as far to that left or right side as you can without any kind of pain or tingling or numbness in the neck. You know, of course, you're going to take care of your neck, but take that neck as far back as you can. You know, when we're making some of these turns, we really got to crane that neck back. Exhale to the right side, gaze goes over the right shoulder this time. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Keep that movement going. The more you twist, you may find the deeper you can take it. And you're really kind of whipping that neck from side to side, opening up that fluid movement within that space, lubricating those joints. Taking that movement and moving that cerebrospinal fluid into all those nooks and crannies. We do not have the pump there. So we need movement of the spine to move the cerebrospinal fluid. Those flexation postures are super awesome for that. And this is too. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands down onto the knees. Close your eyes for a sec if you need to come back, like get your I can't talk or think right now. You'll know what I'm saying. Get your balance back. Get that inner ear canal balanced again. Really slow and gentle whenever you're ready. Open those eyes up. Take those hands back outside of those hips. We're going to inhale, lift up through our right arm, bending through the left, reach those fingertips towards the opposite wall. You can take a gentle pulse here, little bounce, or remain in stillness. Keep that shoulder rolled back and down so that the heart space is exposed as you reach through those fingertips and the bicep hugs that ear. Inhale, lift those fingers up. Exhale, reach them back down. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Bending through the right arm, reaching through the left this time. And just breathe. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release it back down to its neutral position. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees now. Coming up into our tabletop position. We're going to come into those cat-cow stretches. Like I was saying earlier, this is one of those spinal flexation movements that are really awesome for moving the cerebrospinal fluid up and down the spine, which is actually really freaking important. I actually know 2 people that I met in the last year because they haven't taken enough movement in their spine. That cerebrospinal fluid backed up and caused them problems with their vision. It caused ocular issues. It caused pressure to build up in their eyes. I mean, it was just crazy. 2 people. So this stuff is really, really important, and that movement of your spine is super important on your bike. Keep that back from getting stiff and painful. So we're going to lift the tailbone, drop the belly, and lift the gaze. That's your cow posture, so just hold that for a moment and breathe. Go away, buddy. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone round through the spine. Take the chin to the chest for your cat. Hold that posture and breathe. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. And just keep that movement rolling nice and fluid. Start the movement of the tailbone. Work it towards the crown of the head on the inhalation and the exhalation. The faster you move the spine, the more it's going to warm up your body for the rest of your practice. So if you find yourself getting really stiff, then you want to move a little bit faster in this posture if you can. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to curl our toes under and press our hips into the sky for our first downward facing dog of our practice today. Lengthening through those legs, pressing the heart space towards the thighs, dropping the heels towards the earth. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, you can actually take a gentle bend in those knees to release some pressure on those hamstrings or those sciatic nerves. So just listen to your body. You can also pedal out those legs, dropping one knee and then the other. Have a nice strong base through those hands, pressures in the fingertips, the tips of the thumbs, and the base of the palm. The middle of the palm is tilted away from the mat. On your next inhalation, you're going to walk those hands up towards your feet, dropping all four corners of both feet down into the earth. You're going to hang in your forward fold here for a moment, allowing the crown of the head to fall completely towards the earth. You don't want to work to hold that head up at all. You want to allow it to completely release, creating that space in the spine between those vertebrae, releasing any pressure on the discs or the nerves. You can keep your hands grounded into the earth or take your pinkies into opposite elbows and take some gentle movement. Swaying side to side, or you can remain in stillness. Listen to your body, whatever feels best. Keep a gentle bend in those knees once again. You don't want to round through your spine. So you don't want to look like this. If you're having trouble hanging in that forward fold, you want to release the pressure on the back, taking the gentle bend in those knees. You can even take your hands behind your calves and draw the forehead towards the knees. That way the spine is a lot more straight. Just breathe into the body. Gently bending through those knees. We're going to inhale and roll up through our spine. Super, super, super slow, vertebra by vertebra. Draw the arms overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky. Just starting a little small gentle flow here. We're going to swan dive forward, keeping that spine super straight and long. Allow those fingertips to brush along the earth. Take the palms together, tuck the thumbs into the heart space for your half lift, or releasing the hands gently onto the shin bones or the thighs. Crown of the head is directly in front of you. Pointed directly in front of you. Exhale, releasing those fingertips back down into the earth. Gentle bend in the knees. Inhale and roll it up. Lift those arms overhead. Exhale, cactus out those arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky. Turn the palms away from each other and swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those fingertips down into the earth and inhale, roll it up. Gaze is the last thing to lift. Arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus, last time. Inhale, arms reach into the sky. Exhale, palms turning away from each other and diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those fingertips down into the earth. Inhale, roll up, super slow, vertebra by vertebra. Arms come overhead, take the palms to touch and drop those hands down into heart center for your Tadasana pose. Close your eyes and breathe into the body for a moment. We're going to come into our tree posture today, which is going to work on our balance and stability, which is incredibly important on our bikes. So this is something you can do at home sometimes, just to practice that alignment of the body. There are stickers everywhere out here. Okay, so we're going to ground through both feet, and then deciding which leg is going to be the stability for this posture that we're going to take first. I'm going to go ahead and ground through my left leg, but for your purposes, it's going to look like my right leg. I'm going to kick out your left, so just gently kickstanding that heel up on that leg, over the joint, never on it. And this is just the beginning of our tree pose. You can take those hands out to the side of the body, palms face forward, or you can take your hands to heart center, whatever feels most comfortable and safe. You're going to use a drusty gaze here, so use your vision to focus on one small point on the wall or floor in front of you. That's your extra point of contact from your body to the earth. That can be your full expression of tree today. But if it feels comfortable and safe, you can even draw that foot up the calf. I'm already falling out today. It shows what we're doing today. Or you can even draw it up into the thigh. Some people can come into lotus pose, whatever it is that feels safe for you today is what we're going to do. But keeping those hips super open and that right or left leg fully open with the knee pointed directly towards the side wall. And just take a moment and breathe, focusing on that drusty gaze, that one point of self-focus. If you can even reach those arms up like the tree branches of the tree. And then exhale, we're going to take it all in, release that foot back down into the earth, and pedal out those feet. You're going to take it to the opposite side, grounding through the opposite foot this time, kickstanding through the opposite leg. Come into that virginal posture that feels most comfortable and safe to you. It's raining. But we want to ensure that we're taking the exact expression of this posture on this side as we did on the opposite side. So a mirror image. If you fall out like I just did, it's no big deal. Who cares? I'm going to be completely different than I was yesterday versus today versus tomorrow. We just come right back in. We're just trying stuff out. We're just experimenting with these postures. It's not serious. Stretch those arms out if you can. Take it all in, pedal out through those legs, release those hands to the side. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky, and exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Release those fingertips down into the earth. You're going to step forward with your left leg. So there's going to be about 2 feet distance between the heel and the back heel. So just find that comfortable position wherever it is that feels comfortable and safe for your pyramid posture. Your hands are going to be framing that left foot. And you're going to release your nose towards the left knee. If that doesn't feel comfortable and safe with that knee straight like that, you can even take a gentle bend through that knee. So just listen to your body. And just breathe. We're going to walk our hands inside the arch of that left foot. Lengthen through your leg. Palm of the left hand is shining towards the right wall. You're going to inhale, lift up through your left fingertips for that triangle posture. If you need to kick out those right toes at a 45-degree angle towards the edge of the mat, feel free to do so. And exhale, release. Frame that foot with both legs once again. Coming down onto your right knee. Uncurl your toes so that the top of the foot is gently resting in the top of the mat. We're going to exhale and release those glutes back towards the heels. And flex through the left foot, lengthening through those toes. If that doesn't feel good, again, bend that knee a little bit so that you can feel that gentle stretch, but you're not pressing into pain or tingling or numbness, okay? So modify where you need to. Inhale, we're going to come up. We're going to curl our back toes under. Lift the knee away from the mat. We're going to take our right hand inside the arch of the left foot, and we're going to swing our left arm up into the sky, reaching those fingertips upward, gazing towards the hips. If that doesn't feel safe, you can come down on that right knee and uncurl the toes. So just listen to your body and whatever feels best. Exhale, release that hand to frame the foot. We're going to draw, as you point those hips into the sky, come up high on the back toes, draw the left foot back to meet the right, and pedal out those legs. We're going to take it to the opposite side this time. So we're going to step forward with our right foot. You can pull that knee up and step through. If you can't do that, you can even pull that foot through however you need to with those hands. Relax that back foot. It can be straight forward, or you can take those toes out at a 45-degree angle. So just listen to your body and whatever feels the best. And then we're going to frame that foot with both hands and release the forehead towards the knee. Again, if you need to bend the knee to draw the forehead towards it, that's totally okay, or if that feels better on those hamstrings. Lengthening through the front leg. Right hand comes inside the arch of the right foot. Palm of the hand is facing the left wall. Left hand stacks on top of the right. Inhale, lift up for that triangle pose. You can look upwards towards the left fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. If not, don't worry. Keep a gentle bend in that front knee if that's uncomfortable to keep it nice and long and straight. Exhale, release it down. Come down onto your left knee, uncurl those toes. Take those hands back to frame the back knee, excuse me, I can't talk, and drop the glutes down towards the heels, lengthening through the leg, flexing through the foot. Bend the knee to support the posture if you need to. Breathe. Then inhale and come up. Curl the back toes under, lengthening through that leg if it's comfortable on the body. If not, keep it grounded into the earth. Take the left hand. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, is that what we're doing? No. Right hand comes inside the arch of the right foot. Sorry, y'all. I get confused sometimes. Inhale, swing up through the left arm. Gazing at the fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. Exhale, swing the arm down. Frame that foot with both hands once again. Inhale, come up high on the back toes, press those hips into the sky. And we're gonna step forward so that our left foot meets our right. Go ahead, pedal out those knees here for a moment. And just breathe into the body. Step those legs wide. Toes can be out at a 45-degree angle or forward. So just listen to your body and wherever feels good. We're going to inhale, roll up through the spine, nice and slow. Vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arms come overhead. Palms come towards each other. And exhale, release them down into the heart space. So keeping those hands centered in your heart space, we're going to exhale and release. Shift our weight, over our left heel. Bending through that left leg. If you need to pull those legs in, maybe you're a little too far out. Listen to your body. Inhale up, exhale, drop it down on the opposite side. Hold that posture. Spine is nice and long and straight. Make sure that pelvis is tucked underneath you. Inhale up. We're going to do one more time on each side. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale to center. Exhale, take it down to the opposite side. Building that strength, those stabilizing muscles of the legs. Inhale back to center. Exhale. We're going to take those toes out at a 45-degree angle if they're not already there. And root the tailbone down towards the earth. Bending through those knees. Take those hands inside of those legs. And then exhale, drop one shoulder towards the center. You can take your gaze over the opposite shoulder if it feels safe on the neck. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, drop the opposite shoulder down towards the center. Gazing over the opposite shoulder this time. Inhale, back up to center. Walk those feet towards each other. Come back to that stable standing posture. We're going to take a couple circular motions with our hip here. So this time, keeping our right leg grounded into the earth. Those hands are going to come out, palms are forward. We're going to inhale, come up through the knee. Exhale, take it out and down. Inhale up, over, down. Make it a little more fluid. Circular motion, opening up through that hip joint. We spend a lot of time seated on those bikes. Take it to the opposite side, grounding to the left leg this time. Inhale up, over, down, up, over, down. Release that foot back down into the earth, pedal out those legs. This time we're going to take that circle in. So we're going to open up, Bring it in and down. Pedal it out. Let's take it to the other side. Y'all are doing so good. We only have a little bit left, so let's keep it moving. Inhale up, exhale down. Pedal out those legs. Good job, y'all. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach the fingers up into the sky. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Hang in the forward fold for a moment. Take a gentle pulse of bounce or remain in stillness. Exhale and release the glutes all the way down into the earth. Stretch the legs out long in front of you. We're going to come into a life nerve stretch, which is basically it's a Kundalini posture that we do. It's really good for working the sciatic, the hamstrings. So what we're going to do, if you can, is reach up towards those feet. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes. And you're going to be long through the spine, just like so. If you cannot reach those toes, totally cool. If you want to put those hands on the shin bones, we're going to inhale up. Exhale, release the elbows down towards the earth, forehead towards the knees. Inhale up, exhale down. If that's too much, bend the knees as much as you need to support the movement for yourself, right? Listen to your body and take care of your needs. This is about listening to our body, not forcing ourselves into some posture that makes us hurt, right? The idea is to feel better, not to feel worse. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, take the gaze back to the front of the room. Exhale, release the palms of the hands down to the shin bones if they're not already there. And then inhale, rise up and draw those palms of the hands back up towards the hip crease, coming long through the spine. We're going to release the spine all the way down into the earth, vertebra by vertebra. So take those arms straight out in front of you. Fingertips are pointed towards the wall, palms towards each other. Use your core strength. Just super, super, super slow and gentle. Release the spine all the way down into the mat. And breathe into the body for a sec. Y'all did so good today. We're going to work on our bellies next week, so enjoy relaxing a little bit before we move into our core and abs and belly. I'm going to work you a little bit. Inhale, take the knees into the chest. Wrap the hands around the shin bones, pull them in, give yourself a squeeze. Take a little movement, remain in stillness. And then hold on to just the right leg and lift up through the left. Exhale, release it down, super slow, grace and ease. Reaching out through the right arm, take your left hand to the outside of the right leg and pull it across the body. But keep those shoulders grounded into the earth. And then you can even gaze over the right fingertips if that feels safe on your neck for that full supine twist. And just breathe. Exhale, super slow with grace and ease. Untwist that spine. Take those knees back into your chest. Hold on to just the left leg this time and inhale, lifting up through the right. Exhale, super slow. Take it down into the earth. Reaching out through your left arm. Take your right hand outside of the left leg and pull it across the body. Winding down the end of class. And then untwist your spine. Knees come back into the chest. This is where we find our happy baby posture. So grabbing onto the outside edges of your feet, your knees come into your armpits. Soles of the feet come flat to the sky. Take a little movement here, rocking side to side or kicking out one leg and then the other. Be playful with your movement. Just find what feels really comfortable and good. Don't be embarrassed to move your body, to explore your movement. This stuff is medicine, and it's so important that you learn to listen to your body. You're in your house by yourself, most likely, or with your partner or friend. It's all good. And then exhale really slow whenever you're ready. Let go of those feet. Allow them to find the mat. Lengthen through the legs. Final Shavasana, corpse pose. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Palms of the hands come flat into the earth or face up into the sky. Allow the feet to fall to the side and close your eyes as you sink into your breath. Finish our class today. I'm going to read you one of my favorite little quotes by Kurt Vonnegut, a conversation that he had with his wife. Kurt Vonnegut tells his wife he's going out to buy an envelope. Oh, she says, but you're not a poor man. You know, why don't you go online and buy 100 envelopes and put them in the closet? And so I pretended not to hear her and go out to get an envelope because I'm going to have a hell of a good time in the process of buying one envelope. I meet a lot of people and see some great looking babies, and a fire engine goes by, and I give them the thumbs up. And I'll ask a woman what kind of dog that is. And I don't know. The moral of the story is we're here on earth to fart around. And of course the computers will do us out of that. But what the computer people don't realize or they don't care is we're dancing animals. You know, we love to move around. And it's like we're not supposed to dance at all anymore. So let's all get up and move around a bit right now. Or at least dance. And that's what I think biking is for me, man. Just that ability to get out and to enjoy the stuff that most people don't. To see the things, to witness life, to watch this stuff go by as you ride. It's that freedom to live, to experience. So make sure you're doing what you gotta do to take care of yourself so you can keep on doing that. Keep on being a dancing animal. Start coming back to your breath, back to your body by deepening the breath. Take some gentle movements through your fingers and toes. Wrap hands around the wrists, feet around the ankles. Stretch the arms over the head, point the toes. Take those full body stretches. Bring in a gentle stretch that might facilitate you coming back to this time and space. Then take the knees into the chest. Wrap your hands around your shin bones. Give yourself a tight squeeze for a minute. And then rocking and rolling forward and backward on the spine until you eventually draw yourself upright into a comfortable seated position. So that we can finish our practice today. Come long through your spine. Drop the shoulders back and down. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together as we take our hands into prayer pose and tuck our thumbs into our chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. Inhaling through the nose. Full belly breath. Allow it to expand up and away from the body. And then exhale, fully and completely drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale, let it all go. Satnam, Namaste. Satnam, I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. Namaste. I honor that truth that exists within each and every one of you without the desire to change you, just honoring your own unique expression of being, that authentic expression of who and what you are that nobody else can emit but you in this time and space. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this class is helping you guys to learn some foundational movements and recognizing that movement is medicine, giving you the ability to do more of what you love longer, recognizing that motorcycle is a sport. We are definitely engaging in a sport, so it's important to condition the body the same way it is to invest in our bikes, to invest in our gear. That body is just as important as your skill set or anything else. So thanks so much for joining me. Hope you guys have an awesome 4th, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. Until then.